All right, joining us now here on the Hill is the former chairwoman of the Republican National Committee, Ronna McDaniel. Excuse me. Ronna, thanks for being back with us here on the Hill. Appreciate the time.
I mean, it's so exciting for Republicans. I said to somebody today, well, one, it's a referendum on the Democrats. I mean, not just in states like Michigan and Pennsylvania, but also look at New Jersey, look at Illinois. I mean, Democrats did poorly.
Yeah, I went through this. There's been a big shift. Yep, big shift to the right.
It's a referendum, but I also view it a little bit like the red wave we missed in 2022. And I think Dobbs halted it, and it came this year.
So let me ask you about that, because you were pretty vocal, Ronna, in 22 after Donald Trump and the party really downplayed early voting. Here's what you said. You said, I've said this over and over again. There were many in 2020 saying, don't vote by mail, don't vote early, and we have to stop that. I was just looking at the early voting totals, Ronna. You basically had 86 million people vote early out of 140 million in total. That's about, give or take, we'll see how it all shakes out, about 60% of the country voting early. Do you think Republicans, do you think Donald Trump learned their lesson?
Yeah, it was so critical that President Trump, he spoke out on this. I mean, there's no better person that's going to get voters to change their habits, to believe in it, than President Trump. You know, the RNC, I was there earlier this year. We launched a Bank Your Vote initiative in every state. We were going to county parties. We were creating Bank Your Vote captains. This is certainly something that took an education, but it wouldn't have happened without the top of the ticket saying it. This has to be the norm going forward. We can't expect to get everything on Election Day.
Speaking of the RNC, your predecessor, Reince Priebus, after Donald Trump won in 2016, Reince went to the White House with Donald Trump. You would think that some folks at the RNC would go with Donald Trump to the White House. You know them. You know that organization inside and out. Who do you think Trump should bring with him to 1600 Pennsylvania?
Oh, I'm not even going to get into that. I think he's...
Oh, come on, give me a name. Who do you think? Do you think Laura Trump goes with him? Michael Whatley?
Yeah, Michael's great. I think there's going to be a lot of people on that very long list for President Trump of very capable people that he's going to bring in. But the difference between 2016 and 2020 is he knows how Washington works. He is going to get in there, and on day one, he is going to start doing things and getting to work. And he's going to put a team in there. I know Howard Lutnick very well, who's running the transition for him. Howard has assembled a phenomenal group of people, and I'll be excited to see what happens. But it was a great night for Republicans. Obviously, we're still waiting for the House, a referendum on the Democrats who have gone so crazy, and now the Republicans have control again.
Ronna, let me leave you with where you started. Here was Donald Trump last night, now the president-elect, on unity. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
Sure.
It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. And we're going to try. We have to try. And it's going to happen. Success will bring us together.
So he's talking about unity there, and that's really the responsible thing for both sides to say at this point, both leaders on both sides. But the reality is, if the House holds like we think it will, Donald Trump has a mandate. And what he believes is he has a significant mandate. So how do you balance, we're going to be unifying with, you know how Washington works, Ronna. Republicans are going to come in here and they're going to try to carry out Trump's mandate.
Well, I do think he's talking about things that do have bipartisan support, like a border that we need safe and secure, like making sure that we tackle our energy independence. I mean, I think there's so much bipartisanship in Washington, and I believe President Trump will work across the aisle. I'll just give you one example. I had some Democrat family members call me today, and they were thrilled about the stock market. They're like, Donald Trump might actually be great for my pocketbook. So there's some unity and success like he's talking about. I am so excited about the team he's looking to bring in. And of course, the Senate wins and then keeping the House will give us a...
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.